everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hello, howdy. Meowdy, everybody. Whoa. Hi, gang. Welcome. It's me, a flesh DOOGER. Ooh, with a sweet comb over sort of thing happening? Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. Very hot, very cute. Here, let's contain it. Let's contain it, shall we? Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is going to be a short Sunday afternoon DOOGER today because we've got a family picnic happening today. Oddly enough, it feels like over the summer, when the weather was really nice, we didn't really do much of anything. And now that it's autumn, there's so much family stuff happening. Pepperin, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Welcome to the hold on, let me do the hands. I rarely get to anymore. Welcome to the cat gang. Everybody that was gifted a sub, make sure you take the time to say thank you. I appreciate it. Did you and Sam manage to get until dawn working last night? No, we did not. We did, what, like an hour of troubleshooting before we were like... We tried just about everything that people suggested, so please, I'm sure that some of you are going to be like, did you try this? Contain it in your heart. I can't read another troubleshooting message about how to fix this fucking game. It got patched. It broke a bunch of saves. It's not just us. It happened to a lot of people. We tried a ton of fixes. None of them worked. So instead, what we wound up doing was playing The Quarry. We played the beginning of The Quarry, which I feel like when it first came out, everyone was really excited about it. And then a bunch of people were like, don't bother. It's not nearly as good as Until Dawn. We're having a blast with it so far. I'm so glad that we decided to play it. And I had originally been kind of bummed because Sam and I had planned to play it together. And then he at one point was like, oh yeah, I played that with Gmart, I think. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess he played it with someone. He didn't play The Quarry. He apparently played House of Ashes or something, a different game of theirs with Gmart, and did not play The Quarry. And he was like, oh right, I decided not to play The Quarry because we were gonna play The Quarry together. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I was trying not to be whiny about it, but I was a little upset that you played it without me. So, yeah, so we're playing The Quarry now. So far, my review, we didn't get super far. I love the couch co-op aspect of The Quarry. Basically, you assign characters to players, right? So Sam and I did a thing where we chose characters for each other based on our own personalities. So he picked characters that he thought sounded like me-ish. I picked characters that I thought sounded him-ish. The number of times that characters are saying things when we're like, oh my god, that's such a me thing, or that's such a you thing, right, has been really funny. And the game will just be like, when you switch perspectives, the game will be like, okay, pass the controller to this player. So when it's one of my characters, it'll say, and now it's Brooke's turn. Pass the controller to Brooke. You're gonna be playing Dylan, right? It's awesome. And yes, sometimes that means that you play like 2 sections in a row because you happen to have 2 characters that happen back to back. It all evens out. It's fine. Very fun that way. The other thing that I really like is I adore Until Dawn, but I think the way that, like, the dialogue, the writing in that game, the mean girl aspect of that game, so to speak, of like how everybody talks to each other, feels so ridiculous sometimes. Like the way that they talk feels so like, you know, CW teen drama movie, right? Which is fine. I think that's the vibe they were going for. The Quarry is, still has a little bit of that, but it feels much more like how people actually talk to each other. Like, they're dicks to each other, but it feels much more believable. It feels much less like, who the fuck would say that, right? Like, no one would ever let a person get away with saying that. That's such a stupid thing to say. So yeah, we're enjoying it so far. We got to chapter 2, the beginning of chapter 2, I believe. So we played all of chapter 1, the whole like very beginning of the game. Speaking of dark anthologies, I watched them all from Scary Game Squad, but they didn't play The Devil in Me. Does anyone have a suggestion for a YouTuber who has a good playthrough for it? Man, I've apparently missed out on a lot of these. I didn't know. I knew about The Quarry because everyone loved Sam and My Until Dawn playthrough. When The Quarry came out, we got so many messages being like, oh my god, are you guys gonna play The Quarry? But since then, I think because we didn't wind up playing The Quarry, since then, I haven't really gotten a lot of like pings about other games like this, if that makes sense. But yeah, really, really enjoying The Quarry. I'm excited to see what the fucking deal is with that game. I would suggest Gab Smolder's playthroughs. Gab is great. Just like as a person. Oop, one sec. Oh my god, I was asked if I wanted to do a Sue Ryder Big Dip, which is like basically you hop into freezing cold water for half an hour for charity. My mother-in-law is doing it and was like, does anybody, well, you don't have to stay in for half an hour, but my mother-in-law was like, does anybody else want to do that with me? I've roped in my daughters, but if anybody else is feeling up to it. And I went to look on the website, and it's so funny because it's like you book a half an hour slot, and it's like you may not stay in for longer than a half an hour. Like people have to get out at the half hour point. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world because it's definitely marketed as like you're gonna get in some freezing ass water, and it is not gonna be fun. But please don't stay in for longer than half an hour. I was like, who would? Who would, unless you're one of these people that's like, my bones, I feel alive, right? You get used to it, I guess. You must, right? Bro, I feel like I'm gonna chatter myself to death, but I was like, fine, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, fine, I'll do it, sure. My cage, do you like my cage? Thank you very much. It's to contain me. 'Cause I'm a goofy little guy. Oh my god, I'm so tired today. The last couple of Sundays, because I've stayed up so late with Sam, bro, I'm just so tired. Clark was playing Minecraft. She's gotten to the stage now with Minecraft where she knows how to build a lot of things. And so now she's started making houses that are themed to characters that she likes. Very cute. But I was like falling asleep on the couch and she kept being like, Mommy, how do I do this? Or Mommy, how do I spell this? And I was like, Like, oh my God. Clark, I'm dying out here. She was like, yeah, you're really tired. I know. Sleepy. I can hear a bunch of cars pulling up. Everybody's showing up. It's happening. Everybody's getting here for the picnic. Bad and good. Shouldn't and should. Aren't always black and white. I've heard insufferably cold water is supposed to be good for you. We talked about this a while ago. There was a period of time where everybody was doing like cold dunk videos, right? They'd sit in ice water and then be like, here's a proverb I thought of today. Here's the thing about how great life is, right? Like those sorts of things. And I had looked into it, and a lot of people who have who tend to like have bad anxiety or worry a lot or overthink about things have found it really helpful, because it literally creates a situation where you can't like you can't think about anything except how fucking cold you are, right? So it can be like kind of helpful mentally for people. And I was like, bro, maybe I should try it. But I know myself, and I know if I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a tank, I'm gonna fill it up with freezing water in the middle of winter, I'm gonna get in that shit, right? That water would sit there all winter long, and I'd be like, mm-mm. Mm-mm. I would have to have a blazing fire. The fire in the house would have to be cooking like crazy, so that the second I was done, I could run in and just sit by the fire. Also, the idea of, I don't know, I assume this is a universal experience, a universal hate, but maybe I'm wrong. I can't have any of the animals near me if I've been wet, because they're all so sweet and they want to touch me immediately. I can't with animals rubbing up against me when I'm wet and leaving hair behind. I fucking hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's always Sherlock, my sweet boy. It's always Sherlock. I get out of the shower and he's like, Mom, how are you? How's life? I was waiting for you to return. And he immediately rubs himself all over my legs. And I'm like, no! No! You know, oh my God. I know. And then Watson's a filthy footlicker. And I don't like to wear socks, but oh my God, if Watson is like in a weird mood and just needs to lick a foot, my feet, I'm a turtle, dude. My feet are sucked inside of my trousers immediately. It's like an anxiety thing, I think, because it's the same thing she used to do when she was really little. If she was a street cat, right? If she's like kind of like anxious or weird about something, she would need to just like find a person and basically lick them for like an hour, like constant licking for an hour to calm herself down. And so there are certain areas of me, like my arm, right? If she wants to just sit there and knead at my arm and lick my arm for an hour, fine. If that's what she needs to feel better, fantastic. Okay. My hands, no. My feet, absolutely not. And I feel so bad because I'm like, baby, no. 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 And I always try to move her to a different spot, but she really wants to lick my hands or my feet. And both of them make me want to crawl in a hole. So Yeah, she's a filthy blepper, dude. Big time. My friend had a King Charles that never ever stopped licking my feet. It was terrible. I don't know what a King Charles is. My cat constantly wants to lick my chin. I feel the same way. There's just, yeah. There's like certain parts of your body, I think, where it's like, I'm instantly overstimulated, right? Like, if one of the cats is trying to lick my hands, it's over. The second they start licking my hands, I'm like, no. Right? Like, I can't. Stop it. I hate it so much. It's a small dog breed. Let me look it up. A King Charles. How regal. Do they look regal? I'm going to find out. Oh, these little bubs. Yeah, these little spaniels. I realize that this is going to be a funny thing to say considering the dog that we have, but I've heard that these dogs are very stubborn. Again, I know. Don't look up Samoyeds. Don't call me out on it. I already know. I know. I'm aware. My cat tries to eat my hair. I want to shrivel every time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, tiny dogs with gigantic ears. Sam carrying Peach on stream yesterday. I know, baby girl. Baby girl, she's so big. I think I told this story on stream last night, but I'll tell it again. I took her for a walk, and I ran into a couple of little ladies. And one of them goes, she's quite big for a Pomeranian, isn't she? In very proper English. And I was like, oh, she's not a Pomeranian. I thought that was very fun because she's so much bigger than a Pomeranian already, right? So to look at her and be like, definitely a Pomeranian. Twice the size of a Pomeranian, but surely the same dog. I was like, no, ma'am. Yes, she is quite big for a Pomeranian, but she's not one, so we're good. That was like, Sam was saying that there was somebody in his chat who was like, I don't think that you have a Samoyed, dude. I think you have this other breed of dog because she's like way too small to be a Samoyed. And he was like, she's 6 months old. She's not even full grown. My dog is a Samoyed. They're like big fluff ball dogs, but they look like giant Pomeranians. Like they're the poke-evolved form of a Pomeranian. My kid's in her jump rope era. I love it. I was super into jump rope as a kid, and I think jumping rope is really good for you, you know, if your joints are fine and everything. The number of things that this jump rope is hitting, because, you know, I'm not a normal mom, I'm a cool mom. So of course she can of course she can jump rope in the house wherever. This kid keeps like coming up to wherever I'm at, jumping rope. And I'm like, stop. You're gonna hit me with the fucking rope, dude. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And she'll leave the room, keep jumping rope, and then be like, mommy, and jump rope toward me again. I'm like, stop. Stop. You're as bad as the cats. I need you to knock it off. Stop jumping rope in the same room I'm in, dude. I don't give a shit if you hit, you know, a stuffed animal or one of your toys or something. But like, if you whack me with the jump rope, you will never jump rope in this house again. This is a privilege, okay? So you gotta shut it down. Yeah, I just have to jump rope toward her, and then she'll realize how fucking terrifying it is. I'm also worried, like, one of the reasons that I'm trying to be really strict about it in terms of like what are the barriers when it comes to jumping rope in the house, I'm like, I don't want you hitting Peach or the cats, right? I don't want you hitting me. Like, you need to be aware of your surroundings if you're gonna do this in the house. So we'll see how long it lasts. But she's really into it right now, and it's fucking cold outside, and I don't want to be like, you have to go outside to do this, because I don't want her to be like, well, I'm just not going to jump rope then. Because my kid, I know you'll be shocked, my kid does not activity a lot, like physical activity a ton. She can spend literally all day making bracelets, but kind of rarely is going, I have a physical activity that I need to do. Is there space in the garage? No. Unfortunately, our garage is holding garage type things for 6 people. Technically 7 people, because one of my nephew's things is in there too. We're swapping martial arts. Yeah, we stuck with martial arts for a while, and she likes it well enough. But she's in a gymnastics club at school and does like a little bit of gymnastics after school one day a week and is so into it, like loves it. Her bestie, absolute best friend, goes to gymnastics. And so she asked if she could swap martial arts for gymnastics. And we said sure, so. Ballet, she stopped a while ago. We did ballet, we stopped ballet for a while. We did ballet again, we stopped it. We did ballet again. We did ballet a few times now. And she's reached the point where, unfortunately she's old enough to like express this to me, but she reached the point where she was like, I love to dance. I don't know if I like ballet, which is fair. I didn't like ballet, but I danced through college, right? Like I danced for years, but I never liked ballet. So I was like, fantastic. So we're looking for other dance classes potentially. Because, you know, Sam and I want to give her every opportunity, but we don't want to overload her with shit. We don't want to be like, you can just do all of them. We'll just do all of it, right? So yeah, so we're swapping things. So we're out of ballet, looking for, she either wants to do tap. Hearing a lot of screaming outside. Tap or hip hop, I think. But I don't know if there are, I'm sure there are. I don't know where hip hop classes are for 6-year-olds, but she could be crushing it. Hip hop was always my favorite because the music was always the best. I don't think that I excelled at hip hop. I think I was probably best at jazz. And as an adult, I took some street jazz classes that were really fun, and I really loved the like vibe of that. But like, hip hop routines were always so much fun to do, like the most fun to do. I would just stand in our kitchen when I was younger and just do the routines over and over and over again because they were so fun. I loved them. I also liked tap though. I think Clark could crush it at tap because it's so rhythm based. But I'm trying to remember how old I was when I learned tap, because it can be a little frustrating, I think. But yeah, that's where we're currently at. She wants to do gymnastics more than life. She's tumbling all over our house. Fantastic. And if she can do it with her bestie, then even better. Great. Oh my gosh, guys. I got invited by a mom friend that I've become like pretty close with. I got invited to like go on a trip. She was like, I'm gonna take my daughter to XYZ. Would you like to bring Clark? Do you want to come? And the four of us can go together. And I was like, oh my gosh, are we friends? I was so overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to come. It's happening. I'm making friends. I know. So I was very excited. And I told Clark about it. She's very excited. She's not like, she's pretty good friends with this kid, but not like super close. So I didn't know if she was going to be like, can we bring so-and-so or something? But she was so excited about it. Yeah. Yeah. I am quite jazzed. And I think I'm gonna be reaching out to our immigration lawyer and asking what all is involved and what the parameters are for citizenship here, because I think I can apply in a couple of years maybe, or maybe I can apply now. I'm honestly not really sure, but my brother and I were pursuing Italian citizenship based on I was gonna say lineage. Sure. we technically are able to get Italian citizenship. Yeah, because of them ancestors pulling through for us. So my brother was pursuing that, but it sounds like it might take a little while. Like potentially a couple of years. We're not really sure. And if I want to pursue English citizenship and give up my American citizenship, I want to know what the situation is going to be there, if I can have English citizenship and Italian, or how that's going to work. Also, how weird that would be, but, you know, it's whatever. Always start that stuff as early as possible, yeah. Citizenship, I'm not 100% on. I can't remember if it was 10 years sounds like a long time, but it might be 10 years. Sam was able to apply for American citizenship if he wanted at 5 years, I think, because we got a whole like notice and things that were like, hey, you've had a green card for this many years, you can now apply to be a citizen if you want. I can't keep, if I decide that I want to be a citizen here, I cannot have my U.S. citizenship anymore. I have to give it up. So I want as much information as possible so that I know exactly what I'm doing or what I'm choosing to do, you know? Ouch. Was that the right one? Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh my God. That hurt. I haven't had an earring in that piercing for a while. So my the God, why am I having such a hard time finding words right now? Yeah, Free, I might message you. I might message you and see like where your mind's at or what you guys are doing. Just out of curiosity. Freya and I are in similar situations of like moving here with spouses and whatever. The earring that I got these second piercings with, one of them fell out at a certain point, and I was like, I don't know if I should be worried about that closing up again, because I think these have been in for a few months now, and they've like totally healed at this point. But I was really nervous about it, so I grabbed one of these like hoops that I normally leave in all the time. There we go. And put it through that hole. But then for some reason I haven't had anything in these first piercing like spots. And so I just tried to put this back in, but I tried to put it back in the first one. I was like, ooh, that hurt. That didn't feel good. That's infected now. So yeah. I stayed up late last night. For date night on stream. Yeah, they're fine. It got through. It's just infected. So I think I need to, again, the last time that they were like this, the best thing that I did was take y'all's advice, get hoops like this that were just like eternity hoops, and just leave them in and not touch them for like a couple of months, and they were fine after that. But whenever I leave earrings out for a while, it always feels like a good idea because it's like, yeah, just let them rest, let them breathe, you know? But then when I try to put earrings through them again, they're always angry about it. I have a piercing rinse that I used on these ones that, from what I can tell, was amazing, because they healed up so fast. So I might just, yeah, I don't know why I hadn't really thought about that. I'll just use it on the first piercings. Yeah, I've had that conversation with my kid quite a few times because she goes to school with kids that had their ears pierced from the time that they were babies. And I've explained to her, like, I didn't want you to get bigger and be upset that I made that choice for you, right? The issue now that we're in is that she wants her ears pierced but is scared because she knows that it hurts a little bit. And so I've reached out to the lady that does my piercings, and I said, hey, I'd like to come in and get a new piercing soon. Do you think my daughter could come in and watch and see like what the process is, and you know, maybe it would help her sort of decide if she's ready for it, you know? And in the meantime, I told Clark that we could just get more like little clip-on earrings and things and like other options for her, you know. But yeah. That's my big issue, Free. I really want a nose piercing, but I touch my nose all the time and my nose is running so often that I'm like, I think it would take forever to heal, or maybe it would just never heal. I don't know. Oh, my daughter decided she was ready, but is now walking around with only one ear pierced. God, she's so cool. Tell her she's so cool. One ear pierced? That looks like a choice, you know? Yeah. My sibling has had to take a couple complex piercings out, but heals pretty well in general. I constantly pick at stuff on my face. Yeah. The hard thing for me with ear piercings is I sleep on my side. And I know there's like pillows with like cut out holes and stuff for your ears and whatever. I'm sure actually that would be amazing for me because my ears stick out just enough that I frequently, it's a bad combination. I wake up on my side and my ear has been pressed this way for so long that the pain is excruciating when I try to sit up. So I've thought before, you know, those pillows with like a hole cut out in them are probably pretty tight, honestly. I just can't imagine them being comfortable is the only issue. I think healing a tattoo is so much easier than healing a piercing. It does depend on where the piercing is, but like tattoos are not angry nearly as long as earrings are. Oh my gosh, my first set my mom did with a good old-fashioned brooch pin. My second set my sister did with a gun to pass beauty school, and I've yet to have it done the proper way. Oh my goodness, Telly. I went to school in a very like backwoodsy area. And I don't even want to think how many, but many of the kids that I went to school with that had piercings, they did them at home or like for each other, right? And I, as an adult, at the time I was like, damn, that's so badass. As an adult, I'm now like, oh my God. Oh my God, I can't imagine. My mom had hers done with a needle and a frozen potato. Hell yeah. I would just be so worried about it being infected. Yeah, I was just talking about the quarry and how fun that was. As a reminder, this has to be a short Sunday afternoon DOOGER. So I'll actually be heading out in like 5-ish minutes, because we've got a family picnic happening, but I started TMNT yesterday and I'm hooked. The Splintered Fate, it's so fun, dude. I've had the music from that game stuck in my head for days now. I love it. A picnic, what kind? It is my sister-in-law's 30th birthday. And so everybody's coming over here and we're all just gonna eat some good food and hang out. The kids are gonna play themselves to death and it should be nice. It should be nice. I guess I'm watching you guys play the quarry later. Yeah, we literally... correct me if I'm wrong. I think we only played through chapter 1 and the very beginning of chapter 2. So there isn't that much to watch. We were unfortunately troubleshooting, trying to get Until Dawn to work for a very long time. So... Arnar, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, bud. Feels like I've been 37 this whole year. Yes. We do plan on finishing the quarry. I think we're gonna choose an evening this week that I've got nothing going on to play a little more. And then if his subathon goes up to the following weekend, then we'll do it this following Saturday as well. How long has Sam gone already? 2 weeks? We're at the 2 week mark now, I think. $62 hours left still? Yeah. We were talking about it and I was like, yeah, it'd probably be done. And, you know, can't be longer than 1 more week, right? And he was like, well, what's probably gonna happen is on the last day, and we both kind of nodded at each other, like, on the last day, everybody's gonna be like, keep him here. And suddenly the subs are gonna start rolling in and stuff. So we're mentally preparing for it to go another week and some change potentially. But yeah, he was like, when it's done, I'm gonna take at least a week off and just be dad and let you rest and you know, so. Did he not set a max cap? No. I'm behind on things. What's up with Sam? Nothing bad. He's doing a subathon right now to celebrate his merch store opening. So it's like a sub merchathon, and they set up a bot where every time somebody buys something from the store, it contributes to the timer, which is awesome, and we should totally utilize that for stuff in the future, I think. But yeah, so every sub contributes a certain amount to the timer, and every purchase in the store contributes a certain amount to the timer. So yeah, at this point now, he's hit the 2 week mark, and there's still 62 hours left on the timer. And so I was saying, probably it's gonna go to next weekend. If I was gonna guess, I think it's gonna go to next weekend. And then it'll sort of naturally peter out, I think. Yeah, honestly, I think the smartest part of it is they opened up the store, people bought a bunch of stuff, and then I think, like a weekend or something, they added an option for people to be able to buy each other merch. So you could like gift merch to other people in chat. So it was like, because the only like flaw kind of with a merchathon is people are going to buy merch and then be like, and now I'm done. I bought the things, right? So I think it was really, I don't know whose idea that was, but I think it was really clever to at a certain point be like, and now you can, you know, if you want to keep contributing, you can gift stuff to other people Yeah, it's going really well, I think. Yeah, well, we've talked with like David and the Dodger Coffee team and we've talked a lot about how like it would be really fun to do a Dodger Coffee themed thing that was also a charity thing. And I've thought before, like, I wonder what would be a good way to do that, or like how we would want to do that. And obviously I've been talking about like charity stream ideas for months now. I've started making a list of like, okay, if I wanted to do even just like a small charity thing, like once every 2 months or once a month or like whatever, you know, works. Like when would I want to do each thing, or what would be like, you know, fun ideas themed around holidays and stuff like that. I think it would be nice to have that become like a normalized part of the channel, is just doing like fun charitable stuff. I'd like that. Will there be Dodger stuff in his merch store? No. I'm gonna be so the Cat Gang shop has been down for a while, right? We're working with, because we have shirts and things through Dodger Coffee, and so they have the connections and the ability to like make merch and distribute it. So we've been talking about doing like Dodger / Cat Gang / whatever merch through them instead. Because I'm so, at this point I'm so sick of like moving our stuff around constantly. We've had like 3 different suppliers in the last just like few years. It's such a pain in the ass. And so to do it through Dodger Coffee would just be so nice. So yeah. Hi, Amy. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's the top of the hour now, actually, speaking of. I'm sorry. I know that this is a very short stream today, but family beckons. Family beckons. We've got Sunforge tonight, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I saw Joe tweet out a thing like, at 8 p.m. GMT, I'm going to be doing a thing. And I was like, 8 p.m.? But 8:30 p.m. is Sunforged. What do you mean? Is it only half an hour long? So I think we've got Sunforged. I'm really confused. I don't know. But tomorrow, normal stream. Normal stream. Guys, I've been desperately trying to finish my audiobook. I'm almost done. I've slammed through these books as audiobooks, dude. It's been crazy. I'm almost done with Crooked Kingdom, and I just want so badly to finish it. But at the same time, I'm like, but then it's over. But like, God, I keep trying to, I'll be like, Clarky, I'm gonna be in the kitchen doing a thing. I'll see you in a minute. And she'll be like, okay. And I'll turn on the audiobook. I get 30 seconds in and she's like, Mommy. So I love her very much. It was for last night. Okay, cool. Bro. Okay. Yes. Let's read off the activity feed, and then let me open up Raid Leader. If somebody wants to grab Raid Leader, feel free. Here we go. 2 days ago. Way too long. Okay, Court and Justice, thank you for the 40 months. James Wargall for the 100. Happy 100 months. Chiyuku, thank you for the 99, almost 100. Delarna, thank you for the 109. Bad Francis for the 82. Pepran and an anonymous gifter, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. If you were gifted a sub today, double check who it was. And if it's not anonymous, make sure you say thank you. Never Normal, thank you for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for the support and the love. Firestorm for the 56. Mace Windu for the 35. And Charlie Dave for the 28. Thank you, thank you. Joy Eileen. Let me do my due diligence. Stardew Valley, let's go. Joy Eileen is playing with a cat in for real's cat. Uh-oh, doubled up. Who was first? Oh, God. Ferocia was the first one. Okay, if you want to watch some Stardew Valley, go watch Joy Eileen. And who is this first one? Ferocia, playing Chained Together. Bro, I never played this game. I'm so curious what it's like. Yeah, it's annoying. Give your points back, True Heart. All right, go say hi to Ferocia. Spread love and joy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Or I'll see you... Wait, oh my gosh. Oh no, there's three fishies left. See if we can get through them. That sounds like a Bree-Manda. Yeah! Oh my gosh. Chained Together with the BDSM crew? That would be very funny. Mm-hmm. Last night, we gotta finish the fishing! Snooze the ad. Bad and good. Shouldn't and look how red it is. It's like, how dare you? I was doing just fine before this. Aren't always black and white. A plushie. What a joy. My kid, we watched the Rise of Red Descendants movie, the straight to Disney Plus original. Bro. It made me want to do a video on how little sense it made. Anyways, I've got to go now. Bye.